It's always exciting watching child actors grow up in front of our eyes, and a fan favorite is Hilary Duff. The Lizzie McGuire alum has certainly been through the trenches when it comes to dating. From a cheating scandal when she was just 14 years old, to getting married at 22 and divorced at 27, to finally finding the man who has won her heart for good. Boy, does this bring back memories. Who can forget when Hilary Duff and Aaron Carter had a tween romance? The pair dated on and off for a few years in the early 2000s when they were just 13 years old.
How did you deal with even those being, famous? Your relationships were famous.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's ancient history now.
Right.
The duo might have dated 2 whole decades ago, but their relationship is still unforgettable. In 2001, Carter even made a guest appearance on Lizzie McGuire. The singer appeared as himself, and Lizzie eagerly crashed her celebrity crush's music video shoot. At the end of the episode, they kissed under a mistletoe. After all this sweetness, things got messy for the young lovebirds. Aaron cheated on Hilary with Lindsay Lohan. What's worse, the two actresses were best friends at the time. After that, they became instant arch rivals. I just got a little bored, so I went and I started getting to know and dating Lindsay. I ended up cheating on Hilary, and that's nothing to smile about. She really got her heart broken from me, and I'm sorry for that, he said.
What I need is people to understand that I'm human and I make mistakes just like every other human in this world.
Despite their brief breakup when Carter dated Lohan, he and Duff eventually got back together, but their reconciliation didn't last. Although they didn't stay in touch in the years after their breakup, they always seemed to have a soft spot for one another. In 2014, a decade after their breakup, Aaron retweeted a photo of Hilary. "Don't be that stupid douche that loses the love of your life forever. I'll spend the rest of my life trying to better myself to get back to her. I don't know who she is today, she doesn't know who I am, but I would sweep her off her feet if I ever got a chance to again," he captioned it. It took an entire year for Duff to respond to this tweet, and her response was, well, awkward.
Everybody wants to know what the deal is with Aaron Carter, who is declaring his love for you on Twitter a lot
I'm
lately.
gonna hurt you right now.
You are? Okay, you don't have to answer that question.
No, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. It was so many years ago.
Keep it between text messages. I don't know how I feel. That was so long ago, and we don't know each other, she wrote. Sadly, Aaron would never get the chance to see Hilary again. On the 5th of November 2022, he passed away from a suspected accidental overdose. Hilary took to Instagram to share her condolences that just broke people's hearts. For Aaron, I'm deeply sorry that life was so hard for you and that you had to struggle in front of the whole world. You had a charm that was absolutely effervescent. Boy, did my teenage self love you deeply, she wrote. Although they never rekindled their romance, this tribute seems like they both had nothing but affection for each other. Another time Hilary was a part of an iconic couple was when she was with Frankie Muniz. The two got together in 2002 after filming Agent Cody Banks. They broke up 2 years later, and Hilary did not star in the film's sequel. However, the two appear to be on good terms.
How could I not have fun? It was great. It was a great experience. And
12 years after their split, Frankie tweeted a pic of him and Hilary on a motorcycle from the movie, saying, "This car took me on my first date, picking up Hilary Duff." Well, that's cute. One of Duff's shorter relationships was with actor Jordan Masterson, who also starred in Cheaper by the Dozen with her. They dated for 3 months, then the actress allegedly broke it off because of her busy schedule. Then, when Hilary was 16 years old, she began dating Good Charlotte band member Joel Madden. The young actress was completely enamored with Joel. They stayed together for 3 years before parting ways. In an interview since then, she hinted that she lost her virginity to the band member. "It was so all-encompassing. It was so intense. It was like every minute of my day. It was pretty major. I had a 26-year-old boyfriend, so everyone can make their own assumptions about what I was doing," she said. Well, alrighty then. In 2007, Hilary began dating Canadian NHL player Mike Comrie, and a fast-paced romance ensued. The two got engaged in February 2010 and said "I do" in a top-secret, ultra-romantic candlelit evening ceremony in August that same year. 2 years after their wedding, the couple welcomed a son.
We have a really strong friendship and a lot of love for one another. We're a family, and we're always going to be a family, and that's always been a main goal for us and a #1 priority.
Everything seemed picture perfect for the young couple. Unfortunately, in 2014, Hilary announced that they had amicably separated, but would continue co-parenting Luca, their son. In 2015, Duff opened up about some of the underlying factors that led to the separation and inevitable divorce. The first was that their flame dwindled out. She said that her and Mike were so in love when they met, but that soon changed. "I don't want to sound bitter, but I don't know if people are meant to be together forever. Things happen over a long relationship that you can't always fight," she said. Echoing a similar sentiment during another interview, Hilary alluded to a difficult lesson she may have learned firsthand during her union with Mike. It was that marriage is work and marriage is really hard. She was also asked if she believes in monogamy, and she said she understands boredom in a marriage, but that's where work comes in. "That's a lot of lip service to hard work, right? Was this a marriage or a roofing job?" she said. Another reason is that the actress may have been too young to get married. She had been working since she was 11 years old, so making a big decision to get married at 22 seemed like the right choice for her. In retrospect, it was the wrong decision. It wasn't working well enough to stay together, but there was still a lot of love involved. "I wouldn't change any of it for the world. I don't think we were mature enough to stick it out," she said. Rather than filing for divorce immediately, Duff and Comrie were separated for around 2 years. But if there was any potential of them getting back together, it went out the window following his alleged questionable behavior. Mike's booze-soaked antics at a restaurant could potentially be enough for any woman to burn his wardrobe on the lawn. Allegedly, Mike was drunk when he arrived at the restaurant at 9 p.m. as he was slurring his speech and walking funny. He then blatantly hit on a waitress. As the night rolled on, the waitress reportedly told the former hockey star that she wasn't available, but he insisted that he would wait for her shift to end. According to a server at the restaurant, Comrie's focus eventually shifted to another woman sitting at the bar with her date. "I heard him say to her, 'I saw you making eyes at me. Do you like what you see?' It became a bit creepy. He then pulled out hundreds of dollars and asked, 'How much do you want? How much for sex? Name your price,' the server said." Mike was escorted out, and the next day Hilary officially filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. She asked for primary custody of Luca because she was worried that her estranged husband's partying would have a bad effect on their young son. They finally settled in 2016, and despite Duff's initial demands, they ended up having joint custody of Luca.
What I realize is when we do rub or there's frustration, it always comes from us just wanting more time with him. And that is like love. And we try to, hang on to those times and just move forward as respectfully and positively as we can.
Comrie walked away with a 2014 Bentley Coupe, a 2013 Mercedes G-Class SUV, and a bunch of jewelry. While a prenup ensured that the pair would split the child-rearing costs and neither get spousal support, Duff did have to pay her ex-husband a cool $2,408,786,000. The pair is still good friends and get along really well for the sake of their son. They even share news and photos with each other that don't relate to their progeny. As the ink dried on her divorce papers, Hilary began dating her personal trainer, Jason Walsh. Although their relationship only lasted 5 months, he was by no means a rebound. They split only because their plans for the future didn't align, where she wanted to stay in LA and he wanted to move to New York. "It was definitely my first, more serious relationship since my ex-husband," Hilary said. Then in 2017, Duff and Ely Sandvik began dating. However, their relationship also didn't last long, as after a few months they unfollowed one another on all social media platforms. Hilary met singer-songwriter Matthew Coma in early 2015 in studio where they were collaborating together on her album. Sparks instantly flew, but it wasn't the right time for the actress as she was still in the midst of a divorce. However, 2 years later, Duff and Coma finally decided to see where the sparks took them. They dated briefly for a few months before calling it quits, but then a couple of months later they were back on. By the time they rekindled their romance, Hilary and Matthew were expecting their first child together. In May 2019, he proposed, and they were married that December. Then in 2021, the actress welcomed her third child, her second with the singer. Their relationship seems to be what dreams are made of. They choose sandwiches at 8 p.m. over fancy date nights. They constantly share their love on Instagram, and fans are obsessed. "Always with you, babe. Over and over. I choose you and this. You make me so much better. You make our family what it is. You're the only thing that makes me cry through the Prozac. I love you," Matthew wrote, sharing a sweet tribute to his wife on their 1-year anniversary. It seems that through all the craziness that was Hilary Duff's love life early on, she has finally found the man she has a marriage with instead of a roofing job. Hilary is living the life she deserves with a beautiful family. And who knows, maybe there will be a baby number 4? Let us know in the comments below what you think Hilary's craziest relationship was. As always, this has been Rumour Juice. Be well and be kind.